yet. Just know eventually you may be recruited to a court near you.
Here in Vegas, we can't keep, just keeping up with the demand for courts. I mean, I go to the Durango over here and there's 50 paddles of people waiting on the court, waiting to play.
I still haven't tried pickleball, but I'll have to get into that.
I played it in the 80s.
Really?
In high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way back in the day. But Kennewick is actually, you may not know this, Jill. Kennewick is actually on its way of being the pickleball capital of the state. Let's just call it the world, according to city officials. Next weekend, Lawrence Scott Park is set to open the largest outdoor pickleball complex in Washington, something they've been working on for almost a year now.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Again, get some pickle pizza and you're set to go.
Yes.
Let's take a live look outside, and we have some wetness to talk about. If you aren't seeing rain right now, you have some wet roads. But we have good news on the way as well. I'll have your forecast coming right up.
Plus, we continue to track the ongoing conflict between Yakima Valley College faculty and the administration after a vote of no confidence in the college president. And this morning, we're talking potentially very significant developments in the case against a former WSU grad student accused of violently killing 4 people in Moscow, Idaho last fall. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Good Friday to you. Good weekend, Jill.
Yes.
Oh, it's here. And we get to celebrate the weekend a little early.
Yes, that's right.
Since we show up so darn early. But folks, we're seeing the leftovers of the big shower system that came into the Spokane area, into the Idaho Panhandle, and even western Montana. So we're seeing some shower activity this morning, Yakima Valley mostly at the moment. And then we'll see, cool temperatures today and a nice weekend though ahead. Let's take a look out actually at our radar, and the shower activity still rumbling light though, rumbling through Yakima, Toppenish areas, and it is starting to move out of the rest of our regions. We still have some scattered showers in Walla Walla area, even just to the southeast of the Tri-City. So again, we could see a little bit of a hint of showers for the rest of our areas for the next couple of hours. But as we move into the latter part of our day, we're going to see more cloud coverage for Yakima, hence these cool temperatures. More cloud coverage than expected, so it's keeping that sunshine away. So cooling things down. But again, if you've been waiting for cooler temperatures, it is here. 78 for the Tri-Cities, and we're going to be mid to lower 80s tomorrow, and then by Sunday we're going to be in the mid 80s to 90s. So we are seeing a warming trend this weekend, a little of everything this weekend. We could see a little bit of thunder and lightning for Walla Walla as we get to the afternoon. That looks to be the best chance of any more showers after this morning's round. And then nicer conditions are on the way for all of us as we move along in the weekend. I'll get to that in my full forecast. So big cool down today, AM showers mostly, and a nice weekend ahead. That's coming up in my forecast, but for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. Today, this question in a Moscow courtroom is how much should be public when it comes to the trial of a man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students last fall. Bronte Sorotsky has a look ahead at 2 hearings that will impact how much we learn about the murder investigation going forward.
On Friday, 2 hearings will take place related to the gag order in the Moscow murder case, and one will take place about cameras. Newly released court documents show that Bryan Kohberger, the man accused of killing these 4 college students, does not want cameras in the courtroom. In these documents, his legal team writes that after each of Kohberger's court appearances, numerous social media posts are made, including YouTube videos and TikToks, analyzing his demeanor by observing his body language in court. In these videos, he's been described using phrases like, "he keeps getting creepier," and "cold iciness." One example Kohberger's legal team uses to show cameras would impede on his right to a fair trial is the Lori Vallow Daybell trial, where cameras were not allowed by the judge in that case. His legal team also says a New York Post article relied on audio and video recordings to analyze Kohberger's body language, saying this is yet another example of Kohberger being scrutinized after being on video, affecting his right to a fair trial. Kohberger's legal team argues having cameras in the courtroom can pressure people to act differently, affecting witnesses, the defendant, jurors, and even the judge. But the media coalition challenging the gag order argues that it causes irreparable harm to the public's right to know about this murder case.
That was Bronte Sorotsky reporting. You can download our Cap KVUE app and sign up for push alerts to get updates sent right to your phone as we learn more. We'll also have updates for you this evening on Cap KVUE Local News, but you'll see us at a different time tonight. It's Game 4 of the NBA Finals, which means we'll have a special edition of the news for you this afternoon at 4:30, and then a news broadcast after the game ends at approximately 8 o'clock tonight. New this morning, a Yakima man will spend almost 2.5 years in prison for selling the dose of fentanyl that killed a 36-year-old man in 2017. Raymond Linder was 22 years old when police arrested him in 2019. Police say Linder sold the victim oxycodone and Xanax pills the day before he died of a fentanyl overdose. Linder pleaded guilty to controlled substance homicide just last month. The Yakima Police Department says he will spend almost 30 months in a prison-based drug offender sentencing alternative and then the same amount of time in community custody. Yakima Valley College's faculty union took a vote last month that says they have no confidence in the college's president, but the Board of Trustees says they do. Both sides have put out statements this week accusing the other of making false statements or leaving out information. Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell tells us one of the key issues is what exactly is happening to the college's teacher education program.
YVC's faculty union says it has a constellation of concerns about the college's president, its administration, and its board of trustees.
We've been bringing up concerns about lack of transparency, lack of communication, brought up the retaliation concerns.
About how they handle reports of harassment or discrimination, including a Title IX investigation last fall.
We're not speaking to whether the person accused did the harassment or not, but the way the investigation was conducted and the amount of time it took for the investigation to be started was really upsetting to us.
Also upset by changes being made to the college's teacher education program.
They have decided to close this program for a year, and we understand that is not supposed to be a permanent closure.
The college says that's not true. In a statement provided to Cap KVUE, the YVC spokesperson says the union, quote, has repeatedly made false statements about the program being eliminated, when what they're doing is postponing new admissions for a year while they make changes to strengthen the program. The union says regardless, it's still causing problems for students.
It makes them look like they're in a program that is not high quality, and it potentially hurts their employment prospects.
The YVC spokesperson says they've given the union information, responded to their concerns, and followed the process in the collective bargaining agreement to resolve and address the issues, saying, quote, not liking the outcome of the process is not evidence of inaction or retaliation. But the union says it's not giving up and plans to keep pushing for answers and the resolutions the faculty needs to be able to keep educating their students. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, Local News.
The union says they plan to bring the matter up again at the first meeting of the next school year in September. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, some wetness overnight and this morning. Will it continue into your weekend as we battle cool temperatures for your Friday? My first alert weather forecast is coming right up, everyone.
Well, good morning. There's a special deal going on this week. We're at the Easton Stadium where the Tri-City Dust Devils are taking on the Eugene Emeralds. I'll get you all caught up coming up next.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
As summer approaches, it's time to start planning your family's next adventure. Our RVs are the perfect way to experience the great outdoors and make memories with your loved ones. With spacious interiors and modern amenities, your family will be comfortable and happy no matter where your journey takes you. Make this summer unforgettable with Broadmoor RV. Your adventure awaits. Visit us today and start planning your family's next great escape. Broadmoor RV.
We make camping fun. Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages, up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Take a look at this. The East Coast just can't get a break from wildfire smoke drifting across the border from wildfires in Canada. It's something we're familiar with here in Washington, and experts say we need to find ways to adapt in the short term while looking for a better approach to wildfires overall.
As this century goes on, as we get into the middle of the century, unfortunately, this is likely to get worse and worse and worse. And so we can adapt for a while. People will get sick. Some people will die. We can try and keep reducing that. But at a certain point, we really need to figure out a way to address the root causes as individuals and as communities.
While we're not seeing that extreme smoke right now, all it takes is a shift in the wind to bring it our way. Coming up, we'll hear from Washington Senator Maria Cantwell telling Congress fighting wildfires may need to take an international approach. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted for a second time. He's now accused of mishandling classified documents. A special counsel appointed by the Justice Department has been investigating whether Trump violated the law or put national security at risk by holding onto documents marked classified at his Florida residence, Mar-a-Lago. Trump reportedly faces 7 charges, including conspiracy, and at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act. He's expected in a federal courtroom in Miami next week. Well, 2 community theaters located only an hour's drive from each other are putting on the same production at the same time. I'll show you those 2 productions coming up in Artbeat. And Jason Valentine will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. KapKVU Local News at 6, Tuesday.
I have no problem asking for directions if I'm lost. I have no problem.
The lightning bolt is about to strike him.
Next live from American-born Chinese, Daniel Wu.
Today at 9 on KapKVU. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Now, KapKVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. And yes, we do have wetness. Look at our sky cam in the Legends Casino. And if you haven't seen rain, or if you saw rain overnight, if you're seeing rain right now, it should be moving on pretty quickly. But we could have some wet roads out there. We still have some scattered showers, Blue Mountain region, mid-Columbia. But we're starting to see this rain, again, parked over Yakima. It is about to move on out, and we're going to be looking at drier conditions as we move along in our day, but we're looking at more cloud coverage as well, keeping the sun away and keeping cool temperatures throughout. Now, our storm chances are now relegated to Pendleton and Walla Walla for our areas as the punch of the system just is kind of dying out that we've been tracking for the last couple of days, but we still could see a little bit of thunder and lightning as we get to our afternoon. So our future cast, as we move along in our morning, this system is going to finally move off into the west, but as we get to our afternoon, we could see a little bit of thunder and lightning coming into the Blue Mountain region and just on the edge of Walla Walla there, mostly in the foothills. As we get to Saturday, again, more cloud coverage for Yakima and Toppenish, but then we're going to start to see clearing as we get to the evening of Saturday, and we're going to start that warming trend into the beginning part of our next work week. Really tomorrow, from what we're seeing today, that will continue into Sunday, and especially when we get to Monday and Tuesday of next week. Current temperatures, we are warm this morning. We're in the 60s, 60 in Ellensburg, up to 67 for the Tri-Cities, but we're not going to be really much warmer than this, about 10 degrees for our highs today as we definitely take a dip. But again, a little bit more cloud coverage than expected, keeping that sun away. So it is going to be cooler, actually below our average for the first time in weeks. Then we'll get back to our average Saturday and get into those mid to lower 90s for all of our cities by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday. So let's take a look at, again, our wind speeds, and we're seeing exactly what we expected, 15 to 10 mile per hour winds or lower. So we're going to see a little bit of wind at times, especially in Walla Walla, Pendleton, if those systems do come through in our afternoon, but pretty slow winds for, again, a system coming through. We do expect even lighter winds as we move along into tomorrow and Sunday, and then slowly rising into Wednesday as we could see 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, but still not too much wind going on, but still some breezes on the way. Mid 70s for Yakima and Toppenish, 67 for Ellensburg, 15 to 20 degrees off of what we saw just 2 days ago. Mid to upper 70s for the mid-Columbia and mid to upper 70s for the Blue Mountain region. 7-day forecast, and for Yakima, very chilly today, up to 81 tomorrow. We'll see some breakage of that cloud coverage, more clear skies as we get to the early evening hours, and then into Sunday. Look at these conditions as we head into Sunday and the rest of our work week next week. Beautiful conditions and warmer as we hit the highest highs, easy for me to say, Monday and Tuesday, mid-90s. In the Tri-Cities area, again, AM showers today. We'll see clearing, more clearing for the mid-Columbia as we move along in our day today. 83 for your Saturday, 90 for your Sunday. Steadily warming up towards that Monday and Tuesday. So for today, AM showers, very light, and again, they're going to be moving off into the west here very soon in the next couple of hours. Could see some afternoon showers for the Blues, but other than that, we're looking to be drying up as we head on in our day, but do get ready for chilly conditions, mid to upper 70s for most of our areas.
The Dust Devils were originally scheduled to be playing in Eugene, Oregon against the Emeralds, but instead, the 6-game series is happening at Giesa Stadium. We're about halfway through the season now, and the Dust Devils are perfectly tied up with the Emeralds at 27 wins and 26 losses. Cap KV's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live from Giesa Stadium to talk about these special games taking place. Riley, what do people need to know about this series?
Well, good morning. We are at the ballpark in Pasco. I'm here with Daryl Ebert. He's the general manager with the Dust Devils. And Daryl, we're talking about these $5 tickets, and that's what we're talking about right now. And this includes, I hear, parking. So what is the deal with this deal?
Yeah, this is an unexpected 5-day series that we have here, 6 games in 5 days. And we just wanted to make it easy and try to get people out here with not games that we were expecting to host. But here we are. We want to make the best of it, have fun. So every ticket in the ballpark is $5, whether you want to be in the lower box, the upper box, or sit in the general admission. All great seats. And yes, they are just $5. And we got plenty of them. Come out tonight and have a little fun.
And I hear it's also $5 for the doubleheader that's on Saturday. And so this means the Eugene Emeralds are also the home team like they were originally scheduled to be this week. So what does that mean for this game?
Just a little bit of kind of weirdness, if you will. So instead of us being the home team and hitting second, so the Eugene team would typically hit first. They are hitting second. We go and hit first. So that's part of it. And then we're wearing our road uniforms. So the first time our fans really get to see us wearing the grays with Tri-City across the front instead of the Dust Devils. So that's really the only two main differences. Also for us, it's not having everything open and doing the big show that we normally do because we really don't have staffing. We have a lot of people out of town this weekend. So we're doing the best we can to make it fun and exciting with a little bit of differences on the field as well.
So this game is going to look a little bit different than a normal Tri-City Dust Devils game for several reasons. We'll talk about more of those coming up on Good Morning Northwest. The game tonight starts at 6:30 here at Giesa Stadium, and find tickets on our website, yaktrinews.com. Live in Pasco with Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
2 community theaters located only an hour's drive from each other are putting on the same production at the same time. In this week's edition of Art Beat, I spoke to both the Richland Players and the Little Theater of Walla Walla about Clue, and I found out what makes each unique.
You probably know the game or the movie, and now you can see the stage production of Clue twice, if you'd like. Once in Walla Walla.
It's absolutely hilarious. Lots of slapstick comedy, as well as a kind of a weird blend of dry humor.
And again in Richland.
The expression that I've been kind of tossing around is Muppet Show meets House on Haunted Hill. It is a true murder mystery, but it's one of the funniest scripts I've ever read.
Both the Little Theater of Walla Walla and the Richland Players are putting on their versions of the stage play.
It's a fairly new play, so a lot of people are doing it right now, and it's entertaining for me to see how many people are taking their own spins on it.
Clue opened at the Little Theater of Walla Walla on June 2nd and has 2 more weekends of performances to go.
Opening night, we had, I think, 130 people in here, and they were one of the loudest, rowdiest bunches I've ever seen in this theater, and this cast just fed off that laughter.
The Richland Players opens Clue this weekend.
I'm really excited. I hope the audience finds it as funny as I think we do. I think every night we're discovering even more jokes and silliness that it's kind of hard to contain our laughter even on stage.
There's a lot of moments that are gonna just be very funny, obviously, but a lot of people are gonna be really emotionally invested in the characters, I believe.
And while the story is the same, you're sure to get a different experience at each theater. From the set.
I told my set and scene crew I wanted this to look like the board game just came to life.
To the players, and all the little details in between.
The way that this show has kind of grown on its own, I don't think you're going to see a show like this anywhere else, in town or otherwise. So I think we've got something pretty unique here.
Now, tickets have been going fast for both productions, so if you want to see them, you'll have to act fast. We will have ticket information on our website, yaktrinews.com, a bit later this morning. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, an Oregon proposal that would make landowners partially responsible for illegal pot farms on their property is moving forward. We'll take an in-depth look at that next.
With friends, there are no secrets.
You kissed a guy?
You kissed my mom.
Your middle name is Muriel.
It is a family name.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Cap KView.
From Cap KView, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at wrfdc.com or pdpnw.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Coming up next time on Welcome Home. Discover ways to help ACs keep you cooler. Give your yard some color with great summer plants. Find out why solar power is more than just a way to save money. We'll also talk with a roofing professional. Plus, find out new ways to enhance your home using fences and decks. And we'll meet the painting bees. Join me for Welcome Home.
Welcome Home. Watch Saturday at 4 on Cap KView.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Time right now is 6:26. Welcome back. Is it holding people responsible or an assault on property rights? A proposal in Oregon is designed to try and stop illegal marijuana farms that have overwhelmed law enforcement. Cap KView's Alyssa Warner has a look at what's involved.
It's been over a month since Republican state lawmakers walked out of the Oregon Senate chamber, effectively stopping work there. But before that walkout, the Oregon Senate approved a bill designed to stop illegal marijuana farms by putting pressure on landowners. Now the Oregon State House has approved the same bill, which is headed to Governor Tina Kotek's desk. The proposal would hold landowners responsible for cleanup if they turn a blind eye to illegal marijuana operations on their property. Advocates say landowners should be suspicious when people show up offering to lease property far above market rate. Law enforcement officers say those illegal grows not only steal water, they often leave behind latrines, plastic, and chemicals that aren't good for the environment, but too often simply don't get cleaned up. Some opponents call the bill an assault on property rights, but Governor Kotek is expected to sign it. Alyssa Warner, Cap KView, Local News.
When we return, as smoke inundates the East Coast and Midwest, we'll hear from Washington Senator Maria Cantwell calling for a faster response to wildfires.
You get a lot of things out of your vehicle, but one thing you shouldn't get is disappointment. At McCurley, our expert technicians are here to make sure you get the most adventures and memories out of every mile.
Find your way home in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
At Good Shepherd, it is not just a job. It is our mission. A mission to improve the health of our community. To give you our hearts, our minds, our compassion, the best technology available, and the greatest medicine of all, kindness. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. We do interior painting and cabinetry as well. We have a full crew that takes care of everything, and all we really want you to do is to kick back and relax. Visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Saddle up and head over to Horse Heaven Saloon in Prosser, a family-owned and operated business in the heart of America's Hop Valley. Come experience in-house brewed craft beer, fresh and unique foods, and much more. It's all waiting for you at the Horse Heaven Saloon in historic downtown Prosser.
Award-winning artist Elle King live. Friday, July 14th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel. Elle King. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Elle King Live.
Whether you're looking to add a splash of color to your home, planting your very own vegetable garden, or expanding your dream landscape, Queen's Gate Gardens is the place to go this summer. Queen's Gate Gardens in Richland, let's grow together.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Some good news for the economy this morning. Wall Street just measured conditions we haven't seen in over a year. But will it last? We're talking about some of the factors.
And we have morning showers to start our Friday. They're either going on or move through overnight with a cool start to our weekend. I'll get you prepared, my first alert weather forecast.
And now is the time to make sure your property is as protected as possible from wildfires. We're talking about how to do that coming up.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to the weekend, everyone. Welcome to Friday, Jill.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
A great Friday.
And we're going to see a little of everything this weekend because today we are chilly. We are below our average for this time of year, about 15 to 20 degrees off of what we saw just 2 days ago, Jill.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's incredible. We have some shower activity to talk about as well, but we're going to steadily warm up into our weekend. Let's take a look outside at our our Geisa Stadium Skycam, and folks, things should dry up by the time we get to game time tonight, so that is good news since we have those $5 tickets tonight. My goodness, that is a deal. So we are looking at our radar, and we still have some scattered showers, Walla Walla area, just to the southeast of the Tri-Cities, but starting to move out of most of our areas, still sticking around Yakima. The good news, most of this rain was very light, but you should see some wet roads this morning. We saw it throughout our areas, but this is the tail end of that shower system that came into northern Idaho, the western part of Montana, Spokane areas, and we're just getting kind of the remnants, and it's a little weaker than expected, not sticking around. We are going to see more cloud coverage though as we head in the day for Yakima, hence helping our cooler temperatures. No sunshine to warm things up. A little bit of sunshine for the Tri-Cities after those morning showers. Should get to the upper 70s. Again, folks, very cool today. Could see some afternoon showers for Walla Walla. So folks, I'll get more in my forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it to Jill.
This morning, we are getting a better look at the large fire off Old Natchez Highway that happened Wednesday. Natchez fire officials say it's their first big fire of the year, And there were some concerns about homes nearby, but with the help of DNR's Air Resources and surrounding agencies, they were able to put the fire out at 860 acres. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell referenced that fire during a congressional hearing Thursday, telling lawmakers we need a faster and more coordinated response to wildfires.
I think that it is a time and opportunity for us to really break down the barriers that are prohibiting us from having a faster response. First and foremost, I believe that we need better cooperation between the Forest Service and the state. And third, I think it's really time to engage with the Canadians. We can't just be sitting here thinking that we have solved this problem because our continent knows no U.S.-Canadian barrier.
Wildfires in Canada have already sent smoke down into Washington this year, and right now wildfire smoke is causing air quality concerns along the East Coast and the Midwest. A warning from West Richland Police: cut back and remove tall weeds and potential wildfire fuels from around your property, or it will cost you. West Richland has an ordinance that requires private property owners and businesses to keep weeds to 6 inches or less. You also need to scale back any potential wildfire fuels by 20 feet from your property. Code enforcement will initially issue warnings, but will follow up with fines. The reason for the emphasis on reducing weeds and adding fire breaks: concerns about the coming fire season.
Yeah, so the ordinance for the vegetation is for dead or growing vegetation that's going to be in excess of 6 inches in height above the ground. So anything beyond that would be a violation. The first offense is $250. The second offense is $500. A third offense is $1,000 and or up to 90 days in jail.
Code enforcement tells Cap KVUE that there's heightened concerns about the growth fueled by our wet spring and the coming heat and dry conditions associated with summer in eastern Washington. The longest bear market since the 1940s is officially over, thanks to gains on Wall Street yesterday. John Lawrence has a look at what exactly that means.
Wall Street is back to being bullish. Due to a late rally Thursday, the S&P ended the day in bull market territory for the first time since January 2022. In layman's terms, a bull market is an extended period of time when investment prices are climbing or getting worked up like a bull in front of a red carpet. Analysts say this boost comes from major gains in tech stocks, the end of the debt ceiling crisis, and a string of recent strong economic readings. However, this bull market might be metaphorically skating on thin ice. Some market watchers fear this could be a short-lived rally, citing high costs as a big concern.
Inflation is cutting into every single family in their budgets across the nation.
And political tensions in Washington, D.C. could make the matter cloudy.
We have to reach a spending agreement so that the needs of the American people can be reached. But right now, there is no activity happening in the Congress because of the extreme nature of the House Republican Conference.
Some experts say the length of this bull market is also likely dependent on the Federal Reserve and its interest rate policy decision next week. Economists say if the Fed skips a hike next month, markets will likely keep climbing. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, if it's not raining now, it rained overnight in your area, so maybe some slick roads. We have a chilly Friday to talk about, and I'll get you ready for your weekend in my First Alert forecast coming right up.
Good morning. There's a special deal going on at Giesa Stadium this week where the Tri-City Dust Devils take on the Eugene Emeralds. I'll tell you all about it coming up.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dam Plaza.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
This shortcut saves 2 hours easy. Wait,
No, of course not.
Not again.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $20 on the BG50 blower. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. KEPKView Local News at 6, Tuesday.
I have no problem asking for directions if I'm lost. I have no problem.
The lightning bolt is about to strike him.
Next live from American-born Chinese, Daniel Wu.
Today at 9 on KEPKView.
Welcome back. We have a health alert this morning for all aspiring astronauts and space tourists. A new study shows being in space actually has an impact on your brain and not necessarily in a good way. The study, published in the journal Scientific Reports, looks at dozens of brain scans from astronauts before and after they went to space. Your brain has some sections in it filled with fluid, but after a few months in space, those sections are a lot bigger. Researchers didn't say why that is, but they are suggesting that astronauts spend at least 3 years back on Earth after a stint in space.
Interesting. Well,
Very interesting.
We are built to be on gravity.
Yes, that's why there's so much training that goes involved in being an astronaut.
Yeah, 100%. And also joints, you're not getting the wear and tear. So once you get back on Earth, it's a little getting used to.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll keep you up to date. Folks, all of your first alert weather forecast, get you ready for your Friday and your weekend coming up next.
There are some people who have been tricked and lied to by someone they trust, someone they may even love, someone who sells them for sex. That's sex trafficking, and it's a crime. If you're a victim of sex trafficking, know that there is hope. There is a way out, a way to a better life. There are people who can help. You just need to take the first step.
The Support Advocacy and Resource Center, SARC, is here to help. Visit us at supportadvocacyresourcecenter.org. Services are free and confidential.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice. Oh, come on!
Hey, neighbor!
We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ana Garcia, pediatrician with Astria Health. The best time to establish care with a pediatrician is now. Kids don't come with instructions. Pediatricians, we're a great resource for helping keep your kids healthy and safe. I'm accepting new patients every day, and I would love to be able to be part of your life.
Go online to www.astria.health.
Astria Health, always here.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Plan your next getaway with a new Escape from Corwin Ford. Choose from options to fit your style, including turbocharged EcoBoost, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid models. Right now, enjoy 0% financing for 36 months, plus no charge maintenance for 3 years on all 2023 Ford Escape models. That's 3 years of tire rotations, engine oil, filter changes, and more. Plan your summer escape in a new Ford. Corwin Ford, family-driven for over 100 years.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Oh, get ready for quite a bit of cloud coverage as you wake up this morning and the smell of rain. We saw either rain moving through or is still in your area. We still have some shower activity, very light though, sticking around Toppenish, Yakima areas, but that is soon going to be moving off to the east, and we still have some scattered showers about, so you could still see a little bit of shower activity this morning, but for most of our areas it's going to be moving out this morning. But we do have storm chances for Walla Walla and Pendleton. Looked like middle of our afternoon today is the best chance for that. And then this is pretty much the last gasp of this system, at least for our areas, after it rumbled through Spokane and northern Idaho yesterday. So for our future cast, this is going to be moving out as we get into the next couple of hours. And we'll be seeing, again, a little bit of shower activity coming into the Blues. This is pretty heavy cell. Could be seeing some thunder and lightning. That just brushing across Walla Walla. So keep an eye out for that in the afternoon. But as we get to tomorrow, we're going to start to see clearing, especially as we get to the evening hours. And by Sunday, it's going to set the table for a beautiful work week ahead. So do get ready for sunny skies on the way as we get to Sunday and into the next couple of days after that. So temperatures right now, we are warm this morning. We're in the 60s, mid to lower 60s, but do get ready for, well, cool highs today. We're only going to be about 10 or so degrees above what we are right now for our day ahead. We are actually below our average. We're a little cooler than expected. Looks like more cloud coverage than expected, keeping that sun away. So that will be cooling us down. So much cooler temperatures than we've seen all this week, especially considering those mid to upper 90s we saw on Wednesday. Wind speeds about where we expected. 15 to 10 mile per hour winds at times are expected today. More or less light though right now, and we do expect to see even less wind as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Then we'll slowly build up towards midweek, where we'll see 10 to 15, maybe even 20 mile per hour winds by Wednesday. So a little bit of breeze on the way, but still no real wind events. So our highs today, folks, again, compared to what we saw just 2 days ago, mid 70s, Toppenish, Yakima, 67 for Ellensburg. They were in the 90s just 2 days ago. Mid to upper 70s for the Mid-Columbia, and over in the Blue Mountain region, mid to upper 70s as well. 7-day forecast. So folks, we do expect these showers to come to an end in the next couple of hours. Then we'll see cloudy conditions, at least to start your day in Yakima. We'll see clearing as the day goes on, and look at all this beautiful blue sky and sunshine on the way starting on Sunday with those warmer temperatures, especially Monday and Tuesday. For the Tri-Cities area, morning showers, those will move on. We'll see some clearing actually today, and by Sunday, 90 and sunny. Beautiful conditions next week. So folks, today we're going to see these showers persist. Again, more spotty showers for the Mid-Columbian Blues. Yakima, you'll see those showers move to the west very, very soon in the next couple of hours. Could see some afternoon thunder showers in the Blues. Other than that, we're looking at a chilly day today with highs in the mid to upper 70s.
Well, the Dust Devils were originally scheduled to be playing in Eugene, Oregon against the Emeralds, but instead the 6-game series is happening at Giza Stadium. Cap KVU's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live to talk about these special games taking place. Riley, why is this not your typical Dust Devils game?
Well, good morning, everyone. It's not a typical series at Giza Stadium. For one, the Dust Devils are visitors in their own stadium, and for two, $5 for a ticket and free parking. I'm here with Daryl Ebert. He's the general manager with the Dust Devils. So, Daryl, could you explain why are the Eugene Emeralds, quote, at home at Giza Stadium?
Yeah, so we were supposed to be in Eugene playing this series, and the stuff that happened with the University of Oregon now being in the Super Regional, the games had to be shifted here, but it's just in location. The teams still have to maintain the same home and road status. So the Eugene Emeralds will be the home team here. The Dust Devils will hit first tonight, and we'll go out and hopefully score some early runs.
Awesome. And you were telling me that these games are really important for playoffs as we get to the mid-season. It's really important to have some atmosphere here. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, our guys are right in the middle, right in the thick of it for the first half title. And if you win the first half, you are in the playoffs, actually in the finals. So it's really important games that a lot of people, I think, were kind of losing that part of it. These games really do mean a lot this week. So we're trying to create as much atmosphere as we can. We had zero time to prepare for this, but we're trying. That's part of the $5 ticket concept. Just trying to get as many people out here, support the guys, really support both teams, because both, you know, all professional athletes do thrive off of the ambience and the atmosphere and the experience in the ballpark, and they deserve to have that. So we're trying all we can to make that happen and have some fun tonight.
Awesome. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Game starts at 6:30 tonight at Giza Stadium. So if you are looking for something to do this weekend, there's also games all this weekend. You can find tickets on our website, yaktrinews.com. Live in Pasco with Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Riley. We will be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Los Angeles Rams coach Raheem Morris is speaking out about jumping into action to help save a drowning child at a Las Vegas hotel pool.
And what was the first sign of trouble?
You know, I'm sitting down in the corner and my kids are all in the pool and I hear a scream. And I see a man coming out, obviously Joe now with his 3-year-old son, Wyatt, and he puts him down poolside. And my first thing, you do what everybody else does. You kind of go to look to see what's happening, and I see Wyatt laying poolside, and he's blue. He's
like the color of your shirt, or
color, you know, probably a little darker than my shirt.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what he says about the life-saving training methods he credits for his quick thinking and how you can keep your kids safe in a similar emergency. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if it's girls' night, fright night, or the big night. Make your move and get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Cibinco. Not an injection, Cibinco is a once-daily pill for those who didn't respond to past treatments. And it's proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Once-daily Cibinco proactively treats eczema whether you're flaring or not.
Cibinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots, serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once daily Cibinco.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but first we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. We could learn a lot more about the University of Idaho student murders, but it all depends on court hearings expected today. Just after the suspect in that case was arrested, the courts issued a gag order blocking almost anyone connected with the case from talking about it at all. Journalists have been fighting to get that gag order lifted, saying people have a right to know about the case. Bryan Kohberger's lawyers say information needs to be locked down. In fact, they're asking a judge to ban cameras from the courtroom, saying that intense focus on Kohberger's actions in the courtroom, as seen and heard on video or audio recordings, could impact his right to a fair trial. We'll be tracking what happens in the hearings today. And you can get those updates as they happen with our Cap KVUE app. It's free and easy to download. Just point your smartphone camera at this QR code and follow the link that shows up. Then make sure to sign up for push alerts so you get notifications when there's an update in the case. We'll also bring you the latest on a special edition of Cap KVUE Local News this evening. New this morning, a Yakima man will spend almost 2.5 years in prison for selling the dose of fentanyl that killed a 36-year-old man in 2017. Police say Raymond Linder sold the victim oxycodone and Xanax pills the day before he died of a fentanyl overdose. Linder pleaded guilty to controlled substance homicide just last month. The Yakima Police Department says he will spend almost 30 months in a prison-based drug offender sentencing alternative and then the same amount of time in community custody. This morning, we're getting a better look at the large fire off Old Natchez Highway that happened Wednesday. Natchez fire officials say it's their first big fire of the year. With the help of DNR's Air Resources and surrounding agencies, they were able to put the fire out at 860 acres. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but fire officials say it's a good time for people to be cautious.
With the hotter daytime temperatures and the native grasses that we have, they're drying out just about every day. You can see those conditions change, so people need to be really cautious about if they do burn outside.
Washington Senator Maria Cantwell referenced that fire during a congressional hearing Thursday, telling lawmakers we need a faster and more coordinated response to wildfires.
And I think that it is a time and opportunity for us to really break down the barriers that are prohibiting us from having a faster response. First and foremost, I believe that we need better cooperation between the Forest Service and the state. And third, I think it's really time to engage with the Canadians. We can't just be sitting here thinking that we have solved this problem because our continent knows no U.S.-Canadian barrier.
President Biden says he's spoken with Canada's Prime Minister and he's ordered American authorities to be ready in case Canada asks for extra help fighting those fires.
All right, folks, good Friday morning, everyone. And folks, you've either seen the shower activity move through your area or you're still seeing it. Still seeing a bit of light showers for the Toppenish area from our Legends Casino Skycam. So let's take a look at that radar. Again, spotty showers, mid-Columbia and Blues, and we're starting to see it move out of the Yakima Valley. Still just kind of hanging out there. Next couple of hours, though, we're going to see that completely move off to the west. What's going to happen after that? We could see a little bit of, again, spotty showers morning, even into the early afternoon, and we could see a little bit of shower activity popping up in Walla Walla in the form of thunderstorms and Pendleton along the Blues. That'll be in the mid-afternoon. As we get to our evening, though, we're going to start to see a little bit of clearing, and we have quite a bit of cloud coverage, a little more than expected today, so we do expect to see cool temperatures, my goodness. But futurecast, we're going to see that move off into the west. And then we're going to be seeing those possible showers coming into the Blue Mountain region. Again, some electricity could be with that. As we head into Saturday, more cloud coverage for the Yakima Valley, but starting to clear in the Blues and the Tri-Cities. Then we'll see all of our areas clear up for a beautiful and warm Sunday. So we do have nicer conditions on the way. Temperatures right now, we are warm. We're in the 60s, but we're only going to be a little more than 10 to 5 degrees above what we are right now. It's going to be a very chilly Friday. Winds, not much push, a little bit in Connell. We're going to see 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today. So mid 70s for the Yakima Valley, 67 for Ellensburg, mid to Columbia, mid to upper 70s. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're in the mid to upper 70s as well. Again, 15 to 20 degrees off of what we saw Wednesday. A nice weekend, though, is ahead. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Cap KVUE Local News is back at 4:30.